Back in old Britain, cars were simply part of everyday life. They sat outside family homes, they carried children to school, they took families on summer holidays, and when the time came to replace them, many owners sold them without a second thought. After all, they were just used cars. Nobody imagined that decades later some of those same vehicles would become highly sought-after classics worth tens of thousands of pounds. In some cases, even more. Luxury cars from Jaguar, Aston Martin, Bentley, and Rolls-Royce have always been valuable. But many ordinary British cars followed a very different journey. They were cheap, they were common, and then, almost overnight, they became collectible. Today, countless former owners look back and wonder the same thing. Why did I sell it? Before we begin today's countdown, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more classic British car stories, forgotten motoring history, and nostalgic journeys through old Britain. Now let's count down 10 British cars people sold for around £500 that are worth a fortune today. And by the time we reach number 1, you'll understand why so many owners still regret letting it go. Number 10, Austin Mini Cooper. The Mini Cooper became one of Britain's greatest motoring icons. Originally introduced during the 1960s and remaining hugely popular throughout later decades, the Mini combined compact dimensions with remarkable character. Built by the British Motor Corporation, it featured a small but lively 4-cylinder engine. The clever design created impressive interior space despite the tiny exterior. People loved the Mini because it was affordable, fun, and easy to drive. For many years, old Minis were simply cheap used cars. Some changed hands for just a few £100s. Today, however, restored Mini Coopers can command astonishing prices. Many owners who sold theirs cheaply now wish they had held on to them. Number 9, Triumph Stag. The Triumph Stag arrived in 1970. Built by Triumph, it was designed as a stylish grand touring convertible. The sleek bodywork gave it a sophisticated appearance. Under the bonnet sat a V8 engine that promised strong performance. Owners loved the Stag because it looked expensive without carrying an exotic car price tag. For years, used examples struggled to find buyers. Many sold for surprisingly low amounts. But times changed. Today, good Stags attract serious interest from collectors, and former owners often shake their heads when they see current values. Number 8, MG B Roadster. The MG B Roadster first appeared in 1962. Built by MG, it quickly became one of Britain's favorite sports cars. Its simple design, open-top driving experience, and affordable running costs made it incredibly popular. The 4-cylinder engine delivered enjoyable performance without excessive expense. Owners loved the freedom it offered. For decades, used MG/BS were plentiful and inexpensive. Some were sold for less than the price of a family holiday. Today, the story is very different. Nicely restored examples continue to increase in value. Many former owners now wish they had kept the little Roadster tucked away in the garage. Number 7, Jaguar XJ Series 3. The Jaguar XJ Series 3 arrived in 1979 and remained in production throughout much of the 1980s. Built by Jaguar, it represented traditional British luxury. The elegant styling looked timeless. The spacious interior featured wood trim and leather seats. Smooth 6-cylinder and V12 engines delivered refined performance. For a period, older XJs became surprisingly affordable. Some sold for less than £500 simply because maintenance costs scared buyers away. Today, however, clean examples are becoming increasingly collectible. Owners who once sold them cheaply now watch values rise with disbelief. Number 6, Ford Capri 2.8 injection. The Ford Capri was often described as the car people always promised themselves. By the 1990s and early 2000s, many older Capris had become inexpensive used cars. Some changed hands for very little money. Built by Ford UK, the Capri featured sporty styling and a range of engines. The 2.8 injection model became particularly desirable. Its V6 engine delivered strong performance. The aggressive appearance turned heads everywhere it went. Today, surviving examples are highly sought after. And many people who sold theirs for a few £100s still regret it. Number 5, Rover SD1. The Rover SD1 became one of Britain's most distinctive cars. Introduced in 1976 and built by Rover, the SD1 featured a dramatic hatchback design that looked futuristic for its time. The shape stood out immediately. The spacious interior made it practical for families and business users alike. Several engines were available, including powerful V8 versions. Drivers loved the SD1 because it felt modern and ambitious. Yet by the late 1990s, many examples had become cheap used cars. Some were sold for only a few £100s. Today, surviving SD1s have become increasingly desirable. Collectors appreciate both the styling and the car's importance in British motoring history. Former owners often wish they had kept theirs just a little longer. Number 4, Range Rover Classic. The original Range Rover changed the automotive world. Built by Land Rover and launched in 1970, it created a new category of vehicle. It combined luxury with genuine off-road capability. The simple boxy design became iconic. The spacious cabin and powerful V8 engines made it suitable for almost any task. For years, older Range Rovers were viewed simply as aging four-wheel drives. Many sold cheaply. Some changed hands for less than £500 when repair costs exceeded their value. Today, restored examples command remarkable prices. What was once an old utility vehicle has become one of Britain's most collectible classics. Number 3, Ford Escort RS Turbo. The Ford Escort RS Turbo arrived in 1984. Built by Ford UK, it quickly became one of Britain's most desirable performance cars. The turbocharged engine delivered exciting speed. The aggressive styling helped it stand out from ordinary Escorts. Young enthusiasts loved everything about it. Many dreamed of owning one. For a time, however, used RS Turbos became surprisingly affordable. Some owners sold them cheaply when newer performance cars arrived. Many were modified. Many were damaged. Many disappeared altogether. Today, surviving examples have become highly sought after. And former owners often experience serious regret when they see modern auction prices. Number 2, Ford Sierra RS Cosworth. Few British performance cars have experienced a bigger rise in value than the Ford Sierra RS Cosworth. Introduced in 1986, the car combined a turbocharged Cosworth engine with dramatic styling. The enormous rear wing made it instantly recognizable. The performance made it legendary. Motorsport success only increased its reputation. During the late 1990s and early 2000s, some examples sold for surprisingly modest sums. Owners often viewed them as old used performance cars. Nobody expected values to explode. Today, pristine examples can sell for extraordinary amounts. Many former owners still remember selling one for a fraction of its current value, and many would happily buy it back if given the chance. Number 1, Jaguar E-Type. And finally, the British car that perhaps creates more sellers' regret than any other. The Jaguar E-Type. Introduced in 1961 by Jaguar, the E-Type stunned the automotive world. Its beautiful styling looked like nothing else on the road. The long bonnet, the flowing curves, the low driving position, everything about it felt special. Under the bonnet sat powerful six-cylinder engines capable of impressive performance. Owners loved the E-Type because it combined speed, elegance, and prestige. Yet there was a time when older E-Types were simply aging sports cars. Some changed hands for surprisingly small amounts of money. A few even sold for figures that seem unbelievable today. As interest in classic cars grew, values began climbing. Then they climbed again. And again. Today, exceptional examples are worth fortunes. Many former owners can only look back and imagine what their old Jaguar would be worth now. That's why the E-Type takes the number 1 position. Because among all the British classics that people sold too soon, few create more regret than this legendary Jaguar. These cars remind us that nobody truly knows which vehicles will become future classics. Many were once ordinary used cars. Some sat neglected in garages. Some were sold for less than the price of a modern television. Yet today they are treasured by collectors around the world. Their value isn't only measured in money, it's measured in memories, in family holidays, in weekend drives, in youthful adventures. And perhaps that's why people regret selling them, because they didn't just sell a car, they sold a piece of their own history. So which of these British classics do you wish you had kept? And if you could buy one back today, which would it be? Let us know in the comments below.